First thing, we have to compare whichever is high. Your answer with standard, whichever is low. Your answer with your actual, whichever is high. If they have given percentage means you should calculate always on municipal valuation. For every problem, we will not change the concept or logic. Same logic we will implement for every problem. If the annual value is in minus figure, you are not supposed to calculate like your 30% of standard rent. Hello everyone, this is your Adarsh sir, lecturing Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the session 4 of your topic called tax management. Under tax management, we are doing income from house property. Now, under income from house property, we did many problems, but today we will go for your examination problems. Now, as I told you, in the problem, you have interest calculation also. So, interest calculation part, we will do it in today's session. The agenda is very simple. The problems on house property. We will solve 3 problems on house property so that you will understand how do we calculate the interest part. So problem number 7. Now almost we done all 6 problems in the past your previous sessions. So today we are dealing with problem number 7. Now in this, compute taxable income from house property from the following particulars. You are supposed to calculate the taxable income from the following information. Now, particular as well as rupees. Now, in the problem they have given fair market rent, actual rent, municipal valuation, standard rent, municipal taxes, and finally it is interest paid. Now, fair market value, actual rent, municipal valuation, standard rent, municipal taxes, and interest paid. Now, what is our formula or logic? As you know, the logic is very simple. Fair market value or municipal value, FM, standard rent and actual rent. We are supposed to compare. Now, fair and municipal value, standard rent as well as actual rent. Now, as per this, fair market value, we have 80,000. Next, actual rent, it is 72,000. Then, municipal valuation, it is 50,000. So, whatever given in the question, the same thing I am copying. Then, your standard rent, it will be 60,000. This will be 60,000. Standard rent is 60,000. So these are the informations we have in this 80,000, 50,000, 60,000 as well as 72,000. Now, as per this 80, 50, 60 and 72. So what is the calculation? We'll go back to our logic class like in this fair market or municipal value, whichever is higher. Your answer and your standard, whichever is low. Again, your answer into your actual, whichever is high. Whichever is high, whichever is low, as well as again, whichever is high. Now, 80,000 or 50,000, which is high in this 80,000. 80,000 or 60,000, which is less. So we have done up to this. 80,000 or 60,000, which is less. 60,000 is a less. We done up to this. 60,000 or 72,000, whichever is high. Answer is 72,000. Hope you understood. First thing, we have to compare whichever is high. Your answer with standard, whichever is low. Your answer with your actual, whichever is high. Hope you understood. Now, you got answer 72,000. In this, like your municipal value of fair rent, standard rent, all the calculation they have done. Expected rent 1 or 2, whichever is greater, but should not be more than your standard rent. Then finally, your actual rent, how much? Your actual rent, we have 72. 72 or 60, the higher value will be 72,000. Clear? Any doubt? So whatever calculation we have done in this, the same calculation they have done in the format. Clear? Yes. So you can do this format later, you can fill it here. Your final answer should be 72,000. Now you got 72,000. Now later, whichever is greater, everything is done. You got 72. Like municipal tax. So how much it is given in the question? We'll go back. Municipal taxes 20%. Remember, sometimes they will give you municipal taxes how much. Now, for sometimes they will give you municipal tax percentage on municipal valuation. If they have given percentage means you should calculate always on municipal valuation. Now, as per this, the municipal value is how much? Your municipal value is 50,000. What is the percentage? 20%. On 50,000, you're supposed to calculate 20%. 50,000 into 20%, you will get around like 50,000 multiplied with 20%. You will get 10,000. This is called municipal tax. Municipal tax always calculated like this. 50,000 into 20%, it will be 1 lakh. Any doubt? No doubt. Now, we got around, it is 10,000. 72 minus 10,000, you got 62,000. Any doubt in this? What is your answer? 62,000. Now, we are done with the actual or annual value. It is 62,000. Now, after 62,000, less 30% of annual valuation. Less 30% of annual valuation. Now, your 62,000, 30% means what? Like your 62,000 multiplied with 30%. How much you will get? You will get 18,600. Now, we got 18,600 minus one more is there, interest also. So, how much interest paid? It is 18,000. Now, minus municipal tax minus interest paid, all put together it is 36,600. From 62 minus 36,600, it will be 25,400. Any doubt? Hopefully there is no doubt. So this is all about your calculation for your problem number 7. Now we have done whichever is higher, whichever is less, as well as whichever is higher. You got some answer. From that answer, you should minus your municipal tax. After deducting two things, you have option like 30% of your standard, it is a standard deduction of your net annual value and whatever interest paid. Remember, other than these two, we are not supposed to deduct anything. Maybe they have spent on whitewash, they have spent for repair charges. Anything we are not supposed to take except two things, which are your 30% of annual value as well as your interest part. These two are compulsory. You have to consider. Any doubt? No doubt. Next, we'll go for problem number 8. Later, I'll give you a chance for discussion. So, problem number 8. Dr. K.K. Bansal owns a house property in Pune, which is let out for rupees 8,000 per month. Now, its municipal valuation and municipal taxes are respectively 80,000 and 30%. Then, Dr. Bansal paid. Now, again, I'll come back. Dr. K.K. Bansal owns a house property in Pune, which is let out for 8,000 per month. What is the per month? It is 8,000 into 12. How much you will get? You will get around 96,000. Clear? Yes. Now, municipal valuation and municipal taxes are respectively 80,000 and 30%. What is the municipal valuation? Again, we'll come back. Your fair rent, municipal value, standard and actual. For every problem, we will not change the concept or logic. Same logic we will implement for every problems. Now, so these are the things are done. Bansal paid municipal taxes 4 years along with for the current previous year, that is 1,20,000. Now, how much municipal tax he has paid? 1,20,000. This is for 4 years. Now, other expenses relating to property are following. Now, if you calculate like 80,000 is your municipal valuation, on that 30%, you will get around 24,000 per year. If you go for 4 years, how much you will get? It will be 96,000. But we have taken 1,20,000. Why? Why? Because last year municipal valuation may be high. Before that, municipal valuation may be high. So that's why they have given amount directly. Municipal tax for the last 4 years is 1,20,000. So no need to calculate that 30%. We can directly go for 1,20,000. Now, repair and insurance premium, we should take or not? We should take or not? No, we are not supposed to take. Whatever insurance, RS, whatever the premium paid, it is not part of your house property. Even though it is a part of your house property, for income tax purpose, it is immaterial. We have to ignore. Then, interest for purchase of house. This we have to consider. Whatever interest paid for the purchase of house, we are supposed to deduct as a deduction. Now, the house was vacant for 3 months. See, even though the rent has to be collected 96,000, but you collected 8,000 multiplied with 9, not 12. Why? Because 3 months it was vacant. But for comparison purpose, we should consider 96. But while writing your answer, you should consider only, it must be how much? 72,000. For comparison purpose, we go for 96. But while writing, you should consider only 72. Why? Because even though it is a 12 months rent, 3 months it was vacant. The tenant left for permanently. Then 3 months, the person or the particular Bansal, he did not get his rent for 3 months. Now, the actual received is 72, receivable is 96. Receivable will come in the calculation. Received will come in the actual amount. Now, what is the fair value? Not given. What is the municipal valuation? It is around 80,000. How much? 80,000. What is the standard? Not given. What is the actual? Actual is 96,000. Now, they have not mentioned what is the fair value. They have not mentioned what is the standard. Now, whichever is higher. So we cannot compare only. Why? Because fair value not given in the question. So we should consider what? 80,000. Whichever is less, they have not given standard. So your answer is again 80,000 only. Whichever is higher, 80 or 96. 96 is higher. So you should consider 96,000 as your net annual value. Any doubt? Whichever is higher, we will not consider fair value because not given. What answer you got? 80,000. 80,000 was standard. Standard not given. 80,000 again will be your answer. Compare with actual rent. Actual rent, even though received 72, receivable how much? 96. Now, 96,000 or 80,000. Whichever is higher? 96,000. But while writing, we should consider only 72 because 96,000 minus 3 months rent. 3 months rent they have not collected. Clear? Yes. Now, see, actual rent for 9 months, 76,000 is lesser than expected rent of 80 due to vacancy. If vacancy was not there, then we should go for higher. In this, we should consider 72,000. Now, from 72, what is your municipal tax? You paid 1,20,000. Now, municipal tax, it is paid 1,20,000. Now, in this, what is your municipal tax? 1,20,000. 72,000 minus 1,20,000, you got minus 48. It is not your income. Your income is lesser than your expenditure. It is nothing but your expenses are over and above of your income. Now, annual value, how much you got? 48,000. Your income or annual value is in minus figure. Should we calculate 30% standard? No. Whenever you are in profit, whenever you have income, then only you should go for profit. If you are under loss, then you are not supposed to go for the standard deduction of 30%. Hope you understood. Now, 48,000 minus standard deduction, it is nil, or else we can call it as 0. Now, 48 minus 0, you will get same value. Now, but you cannot take 30% standard deduction, but you can go for interest part. Now, what is the interest you have? You have, as per the question, you have 42,000. Now, you take 42,000 like 42,000. So 48, this is minus, 42 also minus, because we are going to deduct. 48 plus 42, minus into minus, plus. You will get minus 90,000. Clear? There is not income from house property. There is a loss from house property. Any doubt? No doubt. So how do we calculate tax on that? You cannot calculate tax on that. So next year, if you have anything like house property income, you can claim this. You can set off this. Okay. So in this SEM, you don't have set off carry forward chapter. In the next SEM, you have, I'll explain you better how to set off this house property expenditure or losses. Clear? Yes. Remember, if your annual value is minus figure, 30% calculation will not come. Again, I'll repeat. If the annual value is in minus figure, you are not supposed to calculate like your 30% of standard rent. Clear? Yes. We'll go for the last problem for the day. So very simple. It is of Mr. Harish. Now, in this particular date of completion of the house 1 and house 2. In this house 1 and house 2, in this, as I told you, if it is a self-occupied, we will not calculate tax. If it is self-occupied, we will not calculate tax. If it is a let out, then we will calculate tax. Self-occupied, no tax. If it is let out, we have to calculate tax. Now, as per this, use of house, one is for self-occupied, other one for let out purpose. Now, municipal value 30,000, 60,000. Fair rent 35 and 90,000. Rent received in the self-occupied, you will not receive rent only. So it is always what? Nil only. Why? Because you are only occupied, you are only living in that house. So next, let out, it is 1,20,000. Remember, for self-occupied, we will not do any calculation. Is there any deductions like interest paid? We consider only interest paid. Again, I'll repeat, whichever is higher, whichever is less, those kind of calculation we will not do for self-occupied. Directly we go for deduction. The deduction will be like whatever interest paid has to be claimed as deduction. Other than that, we will not consider anything for this. Clear? Yes. So no more calculation for self-occupied. Directly we can go for final answer like interest paid. Now, we'll come to let out. They have given fair value, municipal value, rent received, standard rent. All four they have given. Now, along with this, municipal tax paid, it is 8,000, and interest on loan for the construction, it is 40,000. These two things are given. We'll go for the answer. Now, particular self-occupied, as I told you, we will not consider anything. We will not even consider municipal tax paid also. Now, annual value, it is nil. Why? Because it is a self-occupied. We will not consider the rent part. Now, Interest paid we have to consider so that you can claim if there is any profit, you can reduce with this loss. So it is an advantage for you. I'll tell you how. So how much it is? 30,000. It is a loss from self-occupied. Your income is zero because you are only residing, but you have paid interest of 30,000. So that is called as your income from house property of self-occupied. Now, we'll go for next. The next one is let out. Under this, municipal value. Municipal value, again I'll go back, we'll go to our old logic thing. Now, in this, fair municipal value, FM, yes, and A. Now, municipal value, they have given 60,000. Fair rent, it is given 90,000. Standard rent, so how much it is? Standard rent, it is around 65,000. And actual rent received, it is more, 1,20,000. Now, so very simple, whichever is higher. Now, out of this, 90,000 is high. Whichever is less, 60,000 is less. 60 and 1,20,000, whichever is higher, 1,20,000 is a higher. And always remember one more logic, very simple. If your actual rent is more than anything, if your actual rent is more than all, then no need of any calculation. Directly you can go for actual rent. Again, I'll repeat. If your actual rent is more than everything, then no need of all higher, low and high. Directly you can go for actual rent. Why? Because see, 90,000, 60, 65, which is higher? Your actual only. If actual is high, no need of calculation. Directly you go for your actual rent only. Now, so 1,20,000 you got as your annual rent or net annual, gross annual value. Now, 1,20,000 you got. Out of 1,20,000, how much tax you paid? 8. How much interest you paid? 40. Now, 1,20,000 minus 8, 1,12,000. From 1,12,000, you are in positive value. So what we should do? We should calculate 30% of standard deduction. Now, 1,12,000 multiplied with 30%. It will be how much? It is 33,600. Now, similarly, your interest part, it is given directly. How much it is? 40,000. Now, 33,600 and 40,000, it is how much? 73,600. From 1,12,000 you minus 73,600, you will get 38,400. That is what? Income from house property. Now, see, you are supposed to pay tax on 38,400. But from first house, what is the loss you have? 30,000. So, that is the main advantage. How much you are supposed to pay? 38,400. How much you are under loss? 30,000. Now, 30A. So, this is your A. This is your B. B minus A, you are supposed to pay tax only on 8,400. How? How means like your 38,400 minus 30,000. Because this is in profit, this is in loss. So final taxable is only 8,400. You are supposed to pay tax. This is not your tax value. On this, you should calculate tax. Hope you understood. So, this is all about your house property calculation. If there are two houses, one house we have to assume that self-occupied, another house we have to assume as let out property. Clear? Yes. So, this is all about your problem number 3 of the day. So, I'll go back to all these slides so that you can take a screenshot. So, this is your agenda. Problem number 7. Solution for problem number 7. Problem number 8. Solution for problem number 8. Problem 9. solution for problem 9. So this is all about your today's session. In the next session, we will do another 3 problems which are your past examination problems, so that you will understand each and every corner of house property. Thank you.